Pretty good drum roll you got going there. I like it. I like it. It is.
Too
It
much
is,
coffee?
for sure. Okay, it's 7 o'clock. I'd like to call the regular session of the Isabella County Board of Commissioners to order. Stand for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And clerk looks a roll call, please.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Here.
Commissioner Engler, Commissioner Jazinski, Commissioner Marino,
Here.
Slaney,
Here.
Commissioner Horton,
Here.
Here.
except for Commissioner Engler, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Clerk Lux, and I will note that Commissioner Engler did call me this morning. They've had a late planting season, a wet, cold season, and so he's taking advantage of this warm, dry weather to try to get on top of that, so. But anyway, that brings us to approval of the agenda. We will start out with general public comment. We have no presentations and special reports. We have several appointments to boards and commissions. And then we'll approve our consent agenda and then committee reports, finance and administration.
Finance and Administration is all set, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. And criminal justice and county affairs committee.
Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee is all set, Mr. Chairman.
You and human resources and public works.
Human Resources and Public Works is all set, Mr. Chairman.
Very good. We have no intergovernmental affairs, no administrator controller issues, no unfinished business, no new business. We'll have another opportunity for general public comment and then announcements and then adjournment. So is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved, Marino.
Support Jazinski.
Moved and supported. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We have an agenda. So it brings us to general public comments. We'll go to our live audience first. I don't think we have anyone online, do we, Michelle? I don't see anyone. Okay, I don't see anyone rushing to the podium, so we will move right on to appointments to boards and commissions. And Vice Chairman Horton, would you make that first motion?
Certainly.
please?
Move to appoint Aaron William Miller to serve as Attorney Magistrate for the County of Isabella upon the recommendation of the Chief Judge of the 76th District Court.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to appoint Aaron William Miller to serve as Attorney Magistrate for the County of Isabella. He was recommended by Judge James, and so we are putting our stamp on that recommendation. Any further discussion on that? Okay, we just need a voice vote on that, correct? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, the motion carries. And item B, Vice Chairman Horton, would you do that one as well?
Thank you. Move to appoint Dr. Michael A. Markey as the Medical Examiner for the County of Isabella for a 4-year term effective January 1st, 2022 until December 31st, 2025.
Support.
Been supported to appoint Dr. Michael A. Markey as the Medical Examiner for the County of Isabella for a 4-year term. Discussion.
Oh, this is just a standard for functionary appointment. So.
All those in favor, say aye. Anyone opposed? Very good. Next up is Community Corrections Advisory Board. Chairman's request for nomination for one opening on the Isabella County Community Corrections Advisory Board as a representative affiliated with the applicable Workforce Investment Board or until a successor is appointed. Are there any nominations? Commissioner Marino.
I'd like to nominate Kimberly Onstadt.
Moved and supported to nominate Kimberly Onstadt. Is there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Okay,
Mr. Chairman, I'll move that nominations be closed and a unanimous ballot be cast for Kimberly Onstadt for Community Corrections Advisory Board.
been moved and supported to cast a unanimous ballot for Kimberly Onstadt for the Community Corrections Advisory Board. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Very good. Next up would be the Transportation Commission Chairman's request for nominations for one opening on the Isabella County Transportation Commission to complete a 3-year term ending December 31st, 2022, or until a successor is appointed. So I'll open the floor for nominations for the Transportation Commission.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to nominate Kristen Lamond for the County Transportation Commission.
Support Marino.
Been moved and supported to nominate Kristen Lalonde. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for Kristen Lalonde.
Support.
Been moved and supported to close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for Kristen Lalonde. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Very good. And finally, the Veterans Affairs Committee Chairman's request for nomination for one opening on the Isabella County Veterans Affairs Committee for a 4-year term effective June 2nd, 2022 until June 1st, 2026, or until a successor is appointed. So I'll open the floor for nominations. Are there any nominations? Mr. Jelzinski.
Chairman, I nominate Daniel Maloney.
Support.
Been moved and supported to nominate Daniel Maloney. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Mr. Jelzinski.
I was just going to say, I think both of these applications these people bring different skills and talents to that committee. Both are worthy of that position. The reason I support Mr. Maloney at this point is he replaces Lee Coughlin, who kind of represented the southeast portion of the county. And I didn't know this until after the work session, but Mr. Maloney lives in the Shepherd area too. So it keeps kind of a regional balance.
I agree completely. Two really good qualified candidates. You have to pick one or the other. I guess I would also go with Daniel Maloney. But it's been moved and supported. And I've called for further nominations, haven't heard any.
I will move that the nominations be closed, a unanimous ballot be cast for Daniel Maloney for the Veterans Affairs Committee.
Support Sweeney.
Moved and supported to close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for Daniel Maloney for the Veterans Affairs Committee. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Very good. And that brings us down to the consent agenda. Commissioner Hutchinson, would you read the consent agenda for us?
Motion reads, move to approve and place on file the May 3rd, 2022 regular meeting minutes, the May 10th, 2022 Finance and Administration Committee meeting minutes, the May 10th, 2022 Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee meeting minutes, and the May 10th, 2022 Human Resources and Public Works Committee meeting minutes.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to approve and place on file the consent agenda. Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
Elzinski,
Yes.
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 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. That brings us down to committee reports, Finance and Administration Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First up, the April 29th, 2022 invoice list, the May 6th, 2022 invoice list, and the May 12th, 2022 adjustment list. Motion, move to ratify and place on file the April 29th, 2022 invoice list in the amount of $535,222.32. The May 6th, 2022 invoice list in the amount of $477,905.21. And the adjustment list dated May 12th, 2022.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to ratify and place on file the April 29th invoice list, the May 6th invoice list, and the May 12th adjustment list discussion.
Commissioners received these invoice lists weekly by email. We also had a chance to discuss them in the Finance and Administration Committee and also earlier today in our work session. Commissioners didn't bring up any issues. We didn't find any issues in committee, and none of it found anything by email. And in this regards to the adjustment list dated May 12th, it's the standard Gordon Foods, a couple odds and ends here and there, mostly for early pay discounts. The county likes to pay their bills and not pay extra.
Very good. Any further discussion? Clerk Lux, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
Elzinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Clerk Lux.
Our next item is MGT of America Consulting Agreement. Motion is move to approve the agreement between Isabella County and MGT of America Consulting LLC for the preparation of the county's fiscal year 2022, 2023, and 2024 cost allocation plans in the amount of $12,000, $12,500, and $13,000 respectively, and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
Been moved and supported to approve the MGT of America Consulting Agreement discussion.
It's a requirement that we do this on an annual basis. It's a requirement of the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Office of Child Support. And it's used for billing procedures. And it's also used by other departments for various federal and state grants, especially where you have in-kind services that can be used as a match for a grant. It's also used for the purposes of making accurate assessments to those departments that pay indirect costs to the general fund. In the past, MGT has done this. We did not go out on a competitive bid RFP this year. It's not required on professional services because there's other factors that come in besides cost. And they've done a good job. And moving forward, they've maintained a very reasonable price increase of like $500 a year for the first 3 years. And well, I don't know if that's the first year. I don't know what we paid last year, but it probably a small increase, but it only goes up 500 for the next 2. And then we have the option to exercise it. We could take an additional 2 at the 13,000. So it's reasonable. It's something that we need to get done, and they've done a good job. In fact, I think they do it for over 60 of Michigan's 82 or 83 counties.
Very good. Any further discussion? Okay, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
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 Yes,
6 ayes, 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
thank you, Clerk Lux.
And Mr. Chairman, with that completes the work of the Finance and Administration Committee for this evening.
Gentlemen, Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Our first item is carpal interface request form. Motion is move to approve the carpal interface request form for the victim notification interface between Carpal Solutions Enterprise in the amount of $1,000 for implementation and annual maintenance fee of $2,000, and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
Support Marino.
Been moved and supported to approve the carpal interface request form. Discussion.
In the work session, Isabella County Prosecutor Dave Barber came here to explain that when they transitioned to the carpal software from ACT, they lost the immediate ability that ACT gave to inform victims of the process of the cases that involved in them, or if there was a change in the status of the person involved, say like they went on bail. This brings that victim notification back in to the software system. And whereas before with ACT, we were paying it together with the software, we're now paying it as a separate fee with carpal. So it's about the same, and we re-implement notification systems for our victims.
Very good. Any further discussion? They do a very good job with victim rights. They're victim rights advocates and the work that they do. Clerk Lux, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Yes.
Commissioner Hope.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
All right, item number 2, fiscal year 2023 Swift Insure Sanctions Program Grant Application. Motion reads, move to approve submission of the fiscal year 2023 Swift Insure Sanctions Program Grant Application in the amount of $213,000.
Support Marino.
Been moved and supported to approve the fiscal year 2023 Swift Insure Sanctions Program Grant Application. Discussion.
So Carolyn Johnson, the director of the program, which has been running in Isabella County for 11 years now, has submitted for $213,000. Last year, we received $205,000 for this program that tries to keep people from falling back on drug use. But renewal of it, and hopefully we'll have a small increase from the state.
Very good. Any other questions or comments? Discussion. Okay, hearing none, Clerk Lux, a roll call, please.
Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Clerk Lux.
All right, item number 3, fiscal year 2023 Juvenile Treatment Court Grant Application. Motion reads, move to approve the submission of the fiscal year 2023 Juvenile Treatment Court Grant Application in the amount of $99,095.15.
Support Marino.
Been moved and supported to approve the fiscal year 2023 Juvenile Treatment Court Grant Application. Discussion.
Okay, Maria Reasoner, who's the director of the program, was here on Zoom, and Carrie Curtis, the court administrator, was here in support as well. Last year, we received $88,000 for this juvenile treatment program, and this year we're submitting for $99,000. A small increase, but with these treatment programs, they tend to supply just short of what is required.
Okay, any further discussion? Clerk Lux, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Clerk Lux.
All right, our last item, fiscal year 2023 Adult Treatment Court Grant Application. Motion reads, move to approve the submission of the fiscal year 2023 Adult Treatment Court Grant Application in the amount of $139,363.87.
Support Jelezinski.
Been moved and supported to approve the fiscal year 2023 Adult Treatment Court Grant Application. Discussion.
All right, Kate Mitchell, the director of that program, and that program has been going on for 18 years now. Had submitted to the state the $139,000 request. Last year, we received $66,000. So we're hoping that we'll receive a little bit more because 66 doesn't quite cover the cost of staff and then of course drug testing and everything. So.
Further discussion. Commissioner Jalzinski.
I was going to say, we have three programs that kind of try to deal with substance abuse. And yeah, we're spending just out of this, and I know we've put our own money into it also, about $450,000. But these programs try to address substance abuse in different ways. And they work hand in hand with the schools, with juveniles, and you know, it's one way to try to work with the people that we serve to try to get them off of substance abuse and to productive lives.
Absolutely. Money
And we
well
have
spent.
three good staff dealing with it.
Absolutely. Yep. Any further discussion? Okay, clerk locks a roll call, please.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Jalzinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
yes,
Commissioner Holt.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, clerk locks.
All right, Mr. Chairman, that is all. That concludes the business of the Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee.
Thank you, Commissioner Swaney. Did a fine job. Human Resources and Public Works Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Our first item is fiscal year 2023 Veterans Affairs Grant Application. The motion reads, move to approve the fiscal year 2023 grant application between the Michigan Department of Military and Veterans Affairs, Michigan Veterans Affairs Agency, and Isabella County in the amount of $61,798 for enhanced veteran service operations, and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
Support.
And moved and supported to approve the fiscal year 2023 Veterans Affairs Grant Application. Discussion.
Yes, this was presented to us by the Director of Veterans Affairs, Ian Welch, this at our work session. He explained that some counties don't always apply for this money, and that's why we're going to be getting, if we get what we're going to be getting $61,798. And also the enhanced veteran services include outreach, ICTC bus advertising, electronic billboards to connect with veterans. There's also includes a new laptop, as well as funding for future events that require payment for booth space. And so that's why we're doing that at this time. Any questions or comments on this?
Now, they were just gonna do a little more of the veterans on the billboards. Parks, which is a good.
It is a good thing. Yep. I've seen the bus wraps.
Okay. For the home shows and the county fairs, that sort of thing.
Okay, any further discussion? Clerk locks a roll call, please.
Hutchinson,
Yes.
Jalzinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
yes,
Commissioner Marino, Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Holt.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, clerk locks.
Okay, number 2, Region 7 AAA purchase of service provider agreement rate increase. Motion reads, move to approve the Region 7 area Agency on Aging purchase of service provider agreement rate increase effective April 1st, 2022 through September 30th, 2022, and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
Support.
Been moved and supported to approve the Region 7 Area Agency on Aging purchase of service provide agreement rate increase. Discussion.
Yeah, this is brought to us and reported on by our Jennifer Crawford, the Commission on Aging Director, and what they're doing is just giving home providers, personal care, homemakers, respite care, just a little bump. It's going from 425 to 475, which is a good thing. times trying to get people to actually do these programs.
In that 425 to 475 is for a unit, what they call a unit, which is 15 minutes, I believe she said. Yep. Okay. Any other discussion? Hey, clerk, let's a roll call, please.
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Sweeney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope.
Yes,
6 ayes, 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
thank you, Clerk Lux.
Okay, our next item is administration building roof replacement project. The motion reads move to approve the contract with Spence Brothers for the Isabella County Administration Building Roof Replacement Project in the amount of $248,000 and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
Support.
Been moved and supported to approve the administration building roof replacement project. Discussion.
Yeah, at the work session, Steve Schumacher, the facilities director, informed us about the condition of the administration building's roof, which is leaking badly. And it's past the point of small repairs that we were able to do. So we submitted this out for bids. First time it was with the HVAC, but the next time it was just by itself, the roof job. Greenwell and BC offered a 3-year warranty at the cost of $378,811, and Spence Brothers offered a 20-year warranty at the cost of $248,000. And we also talked to CMU Facilities Department about the situation and the bidders. And we did not feel that 50% more is in cost offset the additional cost of the project for the 30-year warranty. So that's why we're going this way. And another plus of the project, besides stopping the leaks, is there's going to be a lot more insulation. So that will really impact our heating and cooling costs.
That'll help for sure. I think Mr. Keeler in the committee meeting said that he wasn't sure when he could get the material. I got that foam board and it's a little hard to get right now. So he wasn't sure when he could schedule the work. But we're locked in at that price. And he did say it would be about a 4-week job, I believe, if I remember correctly. So,
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
yep. Any further discussion? Clerk Lux, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Sweeney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope.
Yes,
6 ayes, 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
thank you, Clerk Lux.
Okay, fourth item, Community Development Inspection Department, Front Business Office reorganization. Motion reads, move to approve the reorganization of the Front Business Office portion of the Community Development and Inspection Department, eliminating both the Administrative Assistant 2 position and adding on an Administrator Coordinator position at a non-union employee pay grade 10 and an Administrative Assistant 3 position at a non-union employee pay grade 8, effective immediately, and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
Support.
Okay, it's been moved and supported to approve the Community Development and Inspections Department Front Business Office reorganization. Discussion.
This was reported to us by Tim Neoport, Community Development Director. Together, and this is, to me, two people working together to try to solve a problem and to try to save money. So we lost a position in his department. They're working together to combine and coordinate a person to split between them at a 15 to 85% rate. The building inspector, my numbers changed from last week to this week. Just a little bit.
Remember him saying in the committee. I remember him saying in committee that something had changed and he wasn't sure if the staff report was correct and he needed to update it. I'm positive what's in your packet now has the changes that he mentioned at committee.
But it actually saves us, and this is for a 2-year period, the 2022 completion and the fiscal year 2023. Oh. Put him right today, it would be a cost of $4,000. But again, I commend both of them for trying to work a situation out and trying to find a position. Will work both for him and.
Very good.
And we'll probably see a lot more of this kind of process as slots open and we all try to streamline and make more efficiencies from the workflow.
Absolutely. Any further discussion? Commissioner Jalzinski.
Before I retired, I was a supervisor for community development in Clinton County, and I had two people. One was with planning and zoning, and the other was with building inspections and skilled trades. And I couldn't get those two ladies to help each other out. They did what they had to do in their position description, and one could be really busy, the other could be not have it. I just could not get the administration to basically do this. So I take my hat off to Tim. It may cost a little bit more, but I think you can have much better efficiency when you have two people that one is kind of setting the workload and they're both working together. It's a better service for the public.
The other thing Tim commented on today and last week is this allows the two people that actually do the inspections to be able to get out and do the inspections. All the way around.
Very good. Any further discussion? Hearing none, clerk Fox, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Jalzinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Horton,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Slaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson.
Yes.
Commissioner Hope.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Clerk Lux.
That completes the work of the Human Resources and Public Works Committee, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, gentlemen. We have no intergovernmental affairs, no administrator controller issues, no unfinished business, no new business. Brings us down to general public comment. Anyone for general public comment? I don't think we have anyone online yet. No, we don't. So we'll move right on to announcements. Any commissioners have any announcements? Commissioner Jalzinski.
I'll just repeat the same announcement for the work session. If you're looking for a good time on June 2nd, which is a Thursday at 6 o'clock, come on over to the Village of Shepherd and take part in a dueling piano event. It's a good time for music and good time for comedy, and you can buy food on the street there. And it's done right out in the open street. So hopefully we're going to have good weather, but come and join us.
Gonna sing a song.
Did Elvis impersonation last time. My grandkids loved it. I was embarrassed.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Any other announcements? Yeah, Vice Chairman Horton.
And just as kind of echo on Commissioner Jelazinski's stuff. Coming in today on the work session, noticed some exercise class to the, I get my bearings right, to the east over here on the track. It was
West.
Oh, yeah, west, yeah. I even thought about it for a minute, still said it wrong. To the west over here, and it was refreshing to see that. Everyone's getting out, the sunshine is starting to hit, the weather's getting warmer, we're getting some 80-degree days. What happened over the weekend? We had shootings in Milwaukee, we had shootings in Buffalo, we had a shooting out in California. Gas was hitting, $1.50 higher than it was about a year ago at this time. We got a virus in our community that just never seems to go away. And then coming in tonight for our between meetings and seeing the baseball and softball or the baseball fields full again. It was refreshing to see. And it means people are getting out, starting to live life again. And starting to think about living life. I don't know how I'm going to explain these Cheeto things on my hand to my wife tonight in between the meetings, because obviously I went off my diet. So, but other than that, like I said, it's a positive thing to see people out. Just stay safe, stay smart, use what we learned during the COVID era, but live life again. So thank you.
Thank you. And I'll just announce again that we will have a planning and strategizing meeting tomorrow at 2 p.m. at the Public Defender's Office. And that's open to department heads. It's open to anyone, but I hope that department heads, if they can make it, that they come out. Be quite informal. They'll have a chance to speak if they want to. So that'll be good. The other thing is tomorrow night, the Council of Governments, 7 p.m. at the County Building, room 320. So that's all I have. And so at 7:30.
No. Motion to adjourn, Horton.
Motion to adjourn. Okay.
Support.
Been moved and supported to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned at 7:35.
Yeah, there's an extra flyer over there because Mr. Commissioner Engler didn't make it, so I'll get that.